Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm your host, AJ the DM. This is my lovely cast. It's a boys' night. But I'm thank you for coming and staying with us. Let's pick right up with our forever sponsor, McCarthy Farms. And anybody got anything?
Uh, that cup that keeps getting green screened.
Yeah,
The McDonald's cup.
Oh, whoa, like definitely not sponsored by the McDonald's cup. So,
We
anyways,
don't clown around here.
let's dive right into where we left off.
That was good.
You guys had been running around town a bunch, have done a bunch of shopping, have put in a bunch of orders, made some new friends. You guys, from last time, you guys pick up. You were Max had decided that he wanted to go to a bakery and put in a huge order so that he could send it off to Esfaya so that they could have street buns for how forever, hopefully. When you went there, you met a female elf named Mary, and she told you that unfortunately she could not give you this, but if you came back and you provided her with a little bit of an escort, you guys could go down to Fotenios and visit the Undercity, which would allow you to kind of buy underground food. So
Like potatoes.
Potatoes. Not potato.
all right, but
Pierogies.
we will pick up with you guys and downtime because Max, as you went back the next day, hopefully trying to figure it out, Mary unfortunately told you that she was going to be booked for like at least another week. So she had stuff to do that came up. So she just kept being like, nah, not today, nah, not today. So eventually you guys are all going to get a week of downtime while you were still in the Port Royal. So who's first?
I'll go.
Zilch.
Is it 2 weeks because I didn't play last week?
Yes.
Sweet. I want to get my wraps.
Yeah. I was gonna say, both you and Sheila could take a trip down to Rising Sun, if you'd like to
Hell
pick
yeah.
up both.
Oh, you're absolutely doing that.
Master Ungi has he's up way early in the morning. It looks like he comes out just covered in soot from something that he's doing. He takes the apron off, but he pulls out for Sheila's it's much larger, but there is a red feather pillow that has little like gold silk tassels that he places down. Your wraps have been like carefully wrapped so that it looks like it's wrapping a ghost hand, so that it looks exactly how it would look like when you're gonna put it on.
So sick.
Besides, Sheila, he has to like. There's a board underneath yours so that it's
It's a couch. Like
so he brings you this it's not a full sheath because while I was like brainstorming it, it was going to be really stupid for you to try and like insert it all the time. So it's kind of like a J hook where you can put your sword down and just kind of like run it along like a blade sharpener, and while it does that, it gains the kinetic force damage that will then be able to like shoot off of your blade. But it is jet black to match the detailing and style of the great sword that you showed him. And on the inside, it looks like there is like two inserted rose quartz like blocks that he like that have just been sit there, and you can see that there's like little runes with like filled paint on the side. So it looks very, very well done.
I love that it's a quartz nail.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's now I hope you don't mind that I chose the color for you. It's going to be like pink.
I can live with that. No
Yeah.
problem.
I can change it if you want. It's just changing the plates and it changes the color. But I thought it best suited what you were going for. I mean, I can make it black because I have obsidian plates that I tested it with if you want that. But I chose pink.
I'm gonna keep it pink.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
All
That's
right.
so slimming.
So slippy. All right, cool. So Zilch, you pick up your wraps. Anything else for
Uh, what color are the wraps? Just out of curiosity for my.
You would have been able to go over them and choose if you would like, but if I'm going off of your ensemble, I would want to make them. I want to make like
If it's fire and ice, would it be like two different colors?
because what I was going for is he's using the same wrap and then inscribing different damage onto the wrap. So the
Oh, okay,
inscriptions are red and blue. So
sick.
I want to give you either like white or black.
Can one be white and one be black?
Absolutely. I mean, that
Sick.
was my first idea, but I wanted to give you the choice. So yes, absolutely. You can have like a white and a black one. You can figure out like I would like the blue, the frost one to be white, and the fire to be the black.
Okay,
Idea.
sweet.
But yeah, so you both have that. These are both two items you have attuned to.
Okay,
Bilge for you, it's not two. I would thought about making it two, but it's just one.
okay.
And then Sheila the same. But yeah, so who's next? I guess Sheila. You already kind of did yours. Can you roll a wisdom save? Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna do two athletics.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay,
But
awesome.
but yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right.
And how much that was 1150? I think I still owed him.
Yes.
Okay.
I was 17 for my whiz.
Hold on, I have it written down.
Oh, while that happens, can Sheila and Zilch do a jump high five for their awesome new weapons?
Pretty
Yeah.
springy.
All right, jump high five.
Hold on, let me do an athletics check to see how high I can jump. 22, baby.
22 makes it to Sheila's head.
I mean, he can fly, but all right. Yeah, 1150 is right. So, Sheila, after your amazing freeze frame with Zilch, with your new weapons in your new outfit, what else? Can you roll me a wisdom save?
That was a 17.
Okay, you fail.
Oh, shit.
You just have like a brief, like you walk out of, like, it's not even that, like, while you're at the rising sun, it's like while you're walking back to the slippery bosom one day, and it's just like, for some reason, you're like, "Ugh," like I have like an anxiety attack, but it's just like a brief moment. You just like, okay, and just keep walking.
Hate that I've
You
had
keep having panic attacks for some reason.
I just had the heebie-jeebies for every session now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pull Sheila aside if I get a
Yeah,
minute.
I'm just like, what's going on?
Okay, cool. So that's it for you. No, wait. What are you doing for a skill? Keep skipping over that.
I would like to put it into my stealth.
New skill. Now that you're.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. Sheila's trying to be sneaky.
It helps.
I'm gonna get good at hiding from houses.
Yes. She's gonna get good at hiding as a house.
She has a necklace that casts minor illusion around her that makes it look like she's a small house.
Yeah.
Fucking hide them. Okay, beautiful. Who's next?
I keep forgetting I need to run into and find Sheila a one-on-one at some point and go over what Loretta's told me.
You can do that during downtime. Absolutely.
Yeah, then I didn't want to bring this up around everybody else because it's your personal business, but Loretta's, and I apologize, a couple of weeks ago, I kind of forgot, told me that some giant was looking for you about a necklace, and he was like a month out from Espaya.
And you just so happened to forget to tell me that a war party was coming.
He didn't say it was a war party, he just said like a giant king was looking for you.
Yo, do you think anything but a war party would be coming for Juicy Fruit?
I don't really know politics and like royal parties that well.
But you know,
I've lived in the woods for 100 years. I don't know things.
We don't know.
Well,
your
Adrian,
backstory.
thank you for this update. We really should be figuring out a way to get to S5 before it gets destroyed.
Okay. I mean, I can take you back to Espaya or back to Loretas. I want to ask Loretas a question anyways, another favor to try to get more money off of our gear.
But we should totally let Heavy Neck know what the hell's going on and then figure out what we're gonna do to get back.
Yeah, that's fair.
All
Then
right, so
I'll leave that up to you. I don't want to air your business. That's all.
well,
Well, I respect that, Etriad.
so if you guys would like to, we can just make that the beginning part of this session is the trip to Lorotis so you can RP it properly. But before we do, Etrian, was there anything for downtime that you want to do?
Yeah, something else I forgot I wanted to do all this time was work on that book that we had gotten from the Reyes last time to make this whole or the deck of the ship and as much of it as I can fireproof.
Okay,
I don't know if I can do that or if someone else needs to do that.
so
That is higher Arcana.
you have 2 books from him. You have the detection one, and then you have the fireproof one. So you're gonna work
Yeah.
on fireproof. Okay. So it is a book that is sort of like a hobbling together of a few different scholars or wizards' notes on this protection glyph and how to apply it onto like a multitude of different objects and what is the perfect like orientation for it.
Mhm.
So this book will require at least 5 days of like full 100% concentration. Like you can't do if you're gonna read this during your downtime, you can't do anything else because
Yeah.
it's you basically being like, oh, this is
I've
so.
got to inscribe this on every single plank on the deck.
You're just like, oh god, you're starting to look at it and you're like, oh god, it's the stone one and the wood one. Oh, this is gonna take forever. That's so
See,
much etching. Oh, like
I just kind of put it back, like I'll come back to this.
yeah. So it will.
I'll remember this time.
It'll take an entire week, like a work week, 5 days worth
Yeah.
of like 24 hours of like focus to be able to like learn how to like perform this inscription process.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll do that another time. We're gonna go check in on the Raidus and potentially ask Faya.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So Max.
So Max has been sitting on the ship this week, kind of just like waiting for everything to like hang out, and he's been watching the people work on the docks. And part of the people that were kind of working on the ship, some of the carpenters, kind of sparked his interest. And so he found like this little wooden block, and ever since he's been like kind of whittling away with his dagger. And probably about like day 2 or 3, he's like he can't do this anymore. So he wants to find a set of carpenter's tools, maybe like a sander and a chisel
Okay.
and something like that, and start working on carpentry tools for proficiency.
You could go to if you want to get stone, if you want to get cutting tools.
Yeah, like woodwork, like minor woodworking tools to start off his adventure.
You could look for hand-me-down ones at Curious Origins and Belcher's Curious Goods. You could look for like legit ones that are sold.
Hand-me-downs are fine.
You could okay. I was gonna say you could go to the Port Royal Lumber Company and buy like it's like Tractor Co. Like you like legit nice things that are like the perfect like industrial standard. They're expensive, but like
He doesn't need it. It's a new hobby for him. He's picking it up. He just wants something simple, better than his dagger.
so you have enough time to visit both. So roll me 2 investigation checks.
All right.
Yes. No. All right. So Curious Origins, nothing. But
Okay.
Belcher's Curious Goods, you find like an old toolbox that somebody just pawned off here that like you open it up and you're like, it's a treasure trove of everything that like a carver's paradise. So it's like
Nice.
a little mini planer, like a bunch of little chisels, like a bunch of different files with different edges and like even if you like with a 17, even if you change blades so you can like replace it when it gets dull. So
Okay. Perfect.
find all of that for like for Belcher's Curious Goods. Like if you would like to, you could roll a persuasion check, but it's literally going to be 8 gold.
8.
8 gold.
8. I won't haggle with that.
Okay. All right.
Nope. And then partway through, as I'm working, at some point when Zilch comes back to the ship, I'm going to reimburse him the gold that he lent me for my magic egg.
Oh, okay.
So the 35 gold that he lent me for my unseen servant egg. Yeah. Yep. So
I don't remember that, but okay.
He is not, but it's gonna be sweet.
Yep. Yeah. So return you the 35 gold you lent me.
So you hand that to Zilch, and Zilch is like, "I'm rich."
Back to square one, baby.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you'll get my first figurine that I make that I've carved into the wood.
Hell yeah.
What is it?
So,
Have you done it?
it's a little wooden figurine of Zilch.
Aw.
This is
Yep.
my favorite thing.
One of the wings had broken off because he was kind of like
Could you
messing with a
roll
chisel.
me
I love
just
it anyway.
just roll me a dexterity check?
All right.
Actually, I'll let you use dexterity or intelligence. You'll probably use intelligence. No.
No,
Yes,
I'm definitely using
I
dex.
was gonna say you're not a wizard.
Yeah. Is it just a general check or is it some
Yeah,
sort of
just your
skill?
modifier. It's fairly well. Like it's you look and you're like, oh man, it's a shame that that wing broke off because like this looks pretty good. Like he even got like the detailing of like the mini like arm that's in between the bat wings. So like
Mhm.
he really well. And he got your new haircut.
Nice.
Cool.
Sweet. All right, cool. So if that is what everyone is going to do in their downtime, we will pick up with little rewind back to a conversation between Sheila and Etrian regarding visiting Loratus. So,
Yeah, I can get us all there if we can find a tree.
I mean, there's a tree on the ship that you can use.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We can do that. So we can just leave it docked here for safety and I can get us there and back in a day, or back to Asphaya.
Yeah,
Let's go to Loratus's.
All right. Is everybody ready to go right now?
I'll go see Loratus.
Yeah, I'm in.
Is it wait?
Alright.
Is it Loratus? I've been saying Loratus this whole time. Is that like?
Loratus.
Oh
That's the way
shit!
I say Loratus, but that's just probably because of my accent.
All right. I hope I didn't offend him.
So has Loratus been letting us say his name wrong the entire time and never corrected us?
I don't think he really
He's
cares.
passive.
Got a little bit
really-
of anxiety, social anxiety.
What an MVP.
He's probably keeping track of of how many times we get it wrong. What if it's neither?
Yeah. Loritis?
There's a yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm in.
Loratus.
All right.
All right.
That's
yeah.
why I mean that.
Loratus.
Transfer. Oh, I'd use the sending stone to let them know that we're heading over beforehand,
Oh, how kind of you for
just to be polite. Asking if it's all right if we can stop by now, or when works for him.
If you could give me 25, 30 minutes, I can get things cleaned up enough to see you in my my library, my study.
Wonderful. I'll let everybody know. We'll be there in about 30 to 45. We don't want to rush you.
Why does Loratus like us so much?
How many of you are coming?
5? Is Heavy Neck coming?
Yes.
Yeah, so 5.
Wonderful. See you then.
All right. Let everybody know. So get a last drink or something. Another street bun to go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab a street bun and bring him one.
Ooh, make sure it's cinnamon.
All right, yeah, I get the dessert one for him.
Yeah. All right. So roll me a investigation check or perception, actually. Depends on.
Perception. 25.
You don't have to go far. It's like you have to get up on the first bridge of Saints Row before you find one that's doused with like a dark and a white chocolate with cinnamon like powder thrown onto it.
Nice. That one
got
for him. Just buy like a variety and throw him in the bag of holding.
You do the old like go to Dunkin'. Can I just get like 6? Just mix it
Yeah,
up.
just mix it up. Give me that one plus 6 more. Got to make sure we get the host a good one.
So he will throw 6 of them into a little like wax bag for you.
Nice.
You have an assortment. So it's he gave you 2 of each. So he gave you like 2 meat and cheese ones, 2 like dessert ones that are like chocolate and savory, and then he gave you like 2 other sweet ones or like tart, like a lemon. So you have a wide arrangement.
Dope. I got a spread.
Yes. Oh, and obviously the one that you originally wanted.
Yeah.
So cool. You have that, and that's been like at least 30 minutes just to walk up there, wait in line for this, and then like figure out which one you wanted. So you
That's
get back
yeah,
to the
pretty.
ship. You can prepare your spell, and eventually you watch as. Do you do it on the ground, or do you have to perform it to the tree? What does it look like
It's
when you do
it's
this?
one action. I just kind of tell everybody to gather around because it only lasts for one round, so it lasts for 6 seconds. So I tell
Okay.
everybody not to hesitate and touch the tree and say, "All right, run into the tree or run into the mast." Nothing looks any different.
Okay, cool. So you touch the tree, and for the first time, you watch as this yellow energy shoots across all of it like looks like it's bleeding from behind the bark, and then a lighter, brighter light kind of shines down the middle, and the tree kind of just grows and shapes open to just fit, just barely. Sheila can squeeze through here, but you look on the other side, and it's kind of this like foggy white sort of translucent sort of like you can't really make out where it's going, but as you get closer and you start to pass through it, the other study of Loratus starts to come into view, or no, sorry, outside in the courtyard.
Yeah, in the courtyard.
And you guys can all follow, and you guys are now in the courtyard as oh, welcome. Hello. I did not think that you were going to be down there. As you look up and you can see that, like from a balcony, Loratus thought you were going to use a teleportation circle, which is in his study. So he goes,
Oh,
"Come,
we'll
come
come up.
upstairs. Yeah, don't worry. The doors should be." And you see him just like kind of like look backwards, and the doors.
This guy's impressive. All right, let's go.
So as by the time that you get to the front door and get to the large curling white staircase that is going to take you up to this the study, Loratus is already kind of like waiting at the top. It's so good to see you, Etrian. Please, Etrian, Max, Zilch, Sheila, and Heavy Neck. Oh, it's so great. Please come. And as you approach, you have a little small tailing of a few of his kids who look like they're just kind of like coming to see who's visiting. There's some giggling, there's some laughing. There's Sheila. One of the dragons comes up to you, very small, and goes, "Are you a superhero?
Sheila's gonna look down and
You look like
pull.
one."
She's gonna pull her goggles down and wink.
So,
She's just gonna like smile and run away as she. I mean, we're talking. She is like the littlest of little. Like she learned to speak maybe a year ago.
Star-studded reaction.
how many are there? Can I start handing out the street buttons?
Oh, okay. You want to take those out? Those are gone.
Yeah, I
Those are
just start handing them out one at a time, and then I give the last one to Loratus.
okay. All right. Can you? Wait. I'm gonna roll a couple sleight of hand checks.
Well, they're in my bag of holding. I'm doing it one at a time.
Okay. All right. Still,
Like Santa handing out presents.
Yeah.
where you're pulling things
I
from.
grab
They're-
a bomb by accident. Oh shit! No, that's not right.
all right.
Oh, did I click something?
I did. Okay.
Oh.
So, what is your passive perception? It's probably above a 20, right?
Passive perception is 19.
Oh, okay. Good. You just see it. Fuck you. All right. So, as you're handing out the first two, you feel just like two tugs on the back of your bag, and like a green and a red dragonborn have their claws all over your strap and are trying to like stick their noses in to try and reach in. You can like throw your elbow just to like shunk them out of the way.
Careful, there's explosives and drugs in there.
And as you're saying that, one of the other kids, seeing that this was a distraction, runs up in front of you underneath your nose, and then tries to reach in, and you just look down to see a white claw, and he looks up at you and just goes,
Got a smile.
just a huge smile, and then like on all fours, he just hits the ground and just like is out of there as like everyone's giggling, and like two guys start to like wrestle each other, and like it looks like some of the kids are actually breaking it apart to like share with the rest of them. So, but as You finally get to the study, and Loratus is just sitting there like shaking his head.
Cute kids.
You are a brave man for bringing those out in front of me. They don't usually get sugar. Their mother is very strict. But please
Oh.
come sit down and
Don't tell her it was me.
what is it that brings you to my study?
A couple of things. I think Sheila had some pressing matters. I just had some other questions about
Oh,
a
Sheila, is it
dragon
regarding
head.
the he takes a quick look around at the party. Well, anyways, okay, so yeah, Sheila, which do you want to start? I mean,
Yeah. So like, is my ex been around here?
You have an
I
X?
you're saying that that great mountain of a giant was your ex lover?
Well, like he tried unsuccessfully,
Oh,
but
So
there might have been some like
he seemed very nice though. He said he had your grandfather's necklace and he just wanted to return it to you.
is that what he said?
That is what he said.
How did he even get here?
Oh, I don't know. But he left by just jumping into the water and swimming away, which is baffling.
Did he
But I
have
did see
anyone with him?
but I did think that that blue crown on his head was magical, so I think that had something to do with it. But I haven't quite. But I have other things to worry about. But yeah, has he found you yet?
No. Did you tell him where I was?
I immediately want to apologize. I thought he was honest and trustworthy and a good person. He seems like he had it together. He had the
You think a gigantic frost giant that's missing an eye and crazy with the crown on his head
Wait, wait, wait,
is a
wait,
good
wait, wait,
dude?
wait, 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 wait. What?
So yeah, like my
so
arranged
okay.
marriage that fell through because I ran away. Like that's what he is. Zilch. Yeah.
Okay, if you'd like to
How
skip,
have we never talked about this?
I am surprised that this has not come up either. This seems like a fairly big thing. That okay, so he looks like this.
Wait a minute. So he's a frost giant with a crown,
Yeah.
Yeah, a magical crown because this dude might have not even been alive at some point and somehow he's back.
He
and the
seemed
crown is because he is
a king, I assumed.
a king of
I
what?
what was
Well, the
So,
white lens,
Frost? Was it?
so
What?
Sheila was engaged to an undead frost giant king.
I don't. He didn't seem. He's gonna roll. I mean, he didn't seem like he was undead. He seemed like he was a little war torn. Yeah, it's a
uh,
white wing, I believe.
I mean, everyone thought I was dead. I didn't think this was an issue.
Could you enlighten me into what exactly happened that's like caused you two to intersect and become a?
So
I'm just dying to know.
my father in Gradislax, was
It is white wind, by the way. I don't know why I was blanking on it.
my father in Gradislax, didn't was fine with me not being wet off to Stordax. And
Oh,
then, when that fell through, he took every village.
how did it fall through?
I just
So
decided
wait,
I didn't want to.
you're telling me that this Stordak, he had an arranged marriage with your father to take you?
Yeah,
He took every village, and he's
yeah,
on his way to Asphaya.
yeah. It's kind of a big deal.
How do
In
you?
fact, I was kind of captured and then escaped and got sold into slavery, Zilch.
Has anybody
You,
checked on Asphaya recently?
Can I scry Aspire?
I have a crystal ball right over here if you'd like to.
Okay. Um, Loretus, I feel terrible about this, but I feel like I would feel worse if I didn't tell you to build some character and to prove that he was a good person to our crew, we left your son in Aspire.
You did what? And as he says that, you watch his eyes just flash blue, and like in his mouth, there's this like shock of like
Yeah.
electric.
So we should go and make sure he's okay.
But there's more to this, because not only is Stordax potentially coming to Aspire, we need to know about Thaddeus Decatur and what he knows about us, and if his ass is coming too.
Okay, so Loratus is already up, turned around, not paying attention. He's forgotten about you guys, and he is walking and sitting down straight in front of his crystal ball, and he is going to scry on the one thing he knows that
Don't tell me it's the bow.
the one thing he knows Alharic would have, and he's going to scry on the bow. And as he looks down and brings into focus, he just turns and goes,
Before you get mad.
"Why?"
We thought it would be a good idea.
His fingers, like his nails, are just.
But wait,
like,
I have a plan. We can go there.
crystal ball.
I can scry him because I know him. So I
You know,
can try to
at first
scry
I
him.
thought the chaos was funny. This is mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have seen this one coming, to be honest. None of our plans really go well.
Wait, where's his bow?
It's with
Apparently
us.
a gnome has it.
Oh my god.
Call it.
So here's what we can do. I can find him real fast. If you can teleport us there, we can grab him, and I can transport via plants again, get him back here so he's safe, and then we can help the town. So that way,
This.
I feel very guilty about this. I apologize.
Loratus is going to, his eyes are going to like gloss over white, and he is going to start like this white energy is going to start like kind of evaporating off of his fingertips and onto the crystal ball as he's scrying again for like not but 20 seconds. Whew, that's close.
Is he okay?
I'm sure my son is fine. I checked on the thing that was more important, the thing that was probably coming for him, Stordak. Apparently, he's knee deep in snow. He has like 5 or 6 guys around him, and there's like one tent. I don't know where he is, but it looks like shit. I'm assuming that's White Wind, Sheila?
About right.
Okay, so this is what I saw, and he is going to cast Major Image, and he's going to project a like a 3-dimensional like model of a like just of Stordak sitting there, like blue crystal crown, like blue white eye, just sitting there with a great axe across his like crossed legs, sitting there like the wind's blowing his beard. It looks like, I mean, Sheila, he must be so far south in White Wind, like he's probably closer to where he's from. Like, because there's no like that, like those jagged rocks only exist if you go like super far down into, hold on, I gotta remember what the actual I don't think I remember what the actual like place that he's from is, but yeah. So it looks like he's down like super out of the way in the frozen tundra. And now, and then he's going to cast Scrying again, and he's going to check on Alharic. He's hoping he still has that set of armor.
We didn't take. We just took the bow, right?
So he
Yeah.
scries on him, and moments later, he smiles and he says that Asfia's fine. My son is happily reading something in talking to some, I think they're called furbolgs. Looks like they're having drinks and talking over a fire. So it looks like Asfia is safe for now.
Good.
Oh, thank God.
To convince the rest of the crew to let him on the boat now.
So, and then Loratus gets up and like, I'm sorry you had to see that. I don't usually lose my cool, but to be honest, it was a lot of information all at once, and it.
No, that's entirely fair.
love my children.
I
And
just felt like it would be worse if we didn't tell you.
so he's gonna step to the side and say, Etrian, if you'd like to use the crystal ball to scry on anybody, please go ahead. And then he's gonna disappear out of the room to go like, I'm going to get some tea and some other like biscuits. Maybe I'm feeling like I need to eat something. And he will disappear out of the room and leave you guys in the study. Etrian, like, crystal ball is yours if you want it.
You just need to look for anybody.
Well, who can
Max
we look
walks
for?
up to the crystal ball and just kind of like stares intently at it. He doesn't have scrying, but he wants to just kind of try and pretend.
Okay, nice.
And then a couple minutes later, like after he's done staring at it, he'll cast a spell and kind of like make like a pretty picture up in the sky, like he did.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
Um,
I
I
saw a
wouldn't
beat.
I wouldn't mind checking on somebody, but do you have to know them? Oh,
You don't have to.
Let's see.
You can like it just increases the likelihood you can actually like it'll work. But like,
you can scry on an item, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Um, my staff, my old staff. Can you find that?
Would I have seen that before? Or would
Yeah,
this be
it's the one that Zilch always used to carry.
all right? That would be then. Yeah, I should be able. Or can I? It's a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you,
Oh, it has to be a creature. Okay.
unless the orb did something different.
No, you can scry on a location. Like I'm absolutely certain.
I was just thinking because he was like tracking his son by items.
Oh,
So
yeah. You can choose a location you've seen before as the target, but not an in this one, not an item.
Yeah. So it's just like the more familiar you are with it, the higher chance that it will see success.
okay.
Oh yeah, I can try.
Yeah. If you could either do my staff or the sunstones, or I mean, this dude's name is Krill. He's actually a Gith.
If I have secondhand knowledge, it's harder for me to see, but I can still scry on someone if someone else describes it to me.
Yeah, cool. He's like fairly young. He's like 50.
All right, then yeah, they have to make a Wisdom save of 17 with a +5 to their save modifier.
17.
Modified. Oh, you know the target. Yeah. So, well, that's not plus the 5, correct?
Hmm?
That's not +5, right? So yeah, he would save.
Yeah.
On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sense within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear. Oh, that's on a failed. Yeah, the target isn't affected, so it didn't work this time. They're immune to it for 24 hours.
All right. Well, I'm sure he's fine. I just want to check on him.
You try to focus in and watch the magic. It's going off. You're doing something, but the vision never solidifies. It never forms. It's just this like sort of milky white vapor that's just kind of like wisping through. Unfortunately.
I don't think I know him well enough.
Yeah, that's
And also,
fine.
that's the first time I've cast that spell.
Well,
It's
thanks
okay.
anyway.
I didn't get it right the first
If
time.
you had a better idea of what that looked like and what it was, would you have so you'd have a better chance of finding it?
So there's a table. I'll see. Can I send this whole thing?
I think you can
'Cause-
just click on scrying and then share. But
Yeah.
which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have on it. If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. So if you're familiar with it and you roll a 17, technically it's a 12.
Well, he doesn't.
Because,
Etrian doesn't know.
but he's
Cool.
not familiar with it at all. So he's second hand. So it's a +5. So it's even higher.
Yeah, it's a 22. It's a 22 save for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. A likeness or picture adds a -2, so 15. I'll give it. You have enough time to describe what he looks like. So
Well, that would -2 would bring it down to a 20.
you would herb of the target. No, -20 would be from the original 17.
Have I
Minus,
seen this person before?
minus,
Yeah,
Nah,
can you make an image of it? Do you have?
Sheila and I have, but I don't have that kind of magic. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
all right.
I'll check on him another time.
He's fine. Those stars float way up in the sky. All right.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else. Oh, what about the? No, we killed her. Never mind. Yeah, no, I got no one else.
Do you kill a lot of people often as you hear the tray clank down onto the coffee table? There is a kettle with a bunch of teacups and like a bunch of different little like treats that he's laid out that are like perfect for dunking. But I heard something didn't work. Um, I wouldn't worry about it. I didn't get it right the first time I tried it either.
You have to keep trying with people I know, or with if you can get a good photo of them next time.
Yes, obviously. And he pours himself. So what else is there? We have gotten severely sidetracked. Sheila, now that do you feel like you've been taken care of? We kind of erupted immediately in the middle of that conversation. Now that you, so Stordak is coming for Aspire.
Well,
Is it going
I
a long
guess
way
maybe
around?
not right now, but let us know if you get any trends.
Um, hmm, would you like me to like keep tabs on him? I could try to if I can remember.
Yeah, absolutely, please.
But you're going to have to do something for me.
Sure.
Now that I've
I
seen him in the greater image, can't I scry him?
Yeah, you can absolutely. You've seen like a full image of him. Like it's perfect. Floras
Well,
doesn't.
Laratus, then I guess you don't need anything from me then.
How about you just bring back street buns with you because this is amazing.
We can do that. If you have something you need to get done, I have something that you might be able to do for us. We're trying to get some magic items. We met a guy that's obsessed with dragons, and we're trying to get some a deal on some of his magic items.
We might
So
need you to scry on someone else too.
Okay, we'll circle back to that. You're saying you likes dragons. Are you trying to whore me out?
no, not at all. You're dragonborn. Not the same thing, is it? I don't think so.
I'm a dragonborn or a dragonborn.
I was kidding. Go on.
Oh, okay. Whew. I've already made this go wrong. Everything goes so bad. So, we have that head of that dragon that we killed on Metaposse, that chaos dragon. So this guy is obsessed with dragons. We train him the orb, and we can get some more off the magic items if we trade him this thing. But I was wondering if there's a way to enchant it, or give it like a command word and it roars, or like it shoots out a gust of fire.
I could absolutely inscribe a. That would be two different incantations, but absolutely I could. It would take me a little bit.
It's back on our boat. I don't know how easily I can get it here, but we can try that. I don't know if you can see it. Can you teleport it or?
Yeah. How big is it? Because does it fit on a teleportation circle?
Would it? I honestly don't know.
Can it take you into his and be like, does it fit on that?
Does it? Yes, I think so. I mean, it's just the neck to
Who
the head. I don't remember how big it is. It fits in our hold, so it can't be enormous.
has teleportation circle? I believe it's an 8-foot diameter. But yes, it would very easily fit in the skull. You would just have to do one or two less. You'd have to like 1.5. So like a gnome couldn't come.
But we can just, if he tells us what he needs, we can go on our way. Or if everybody wants to help him out, or at least let us know, we can try to get it done next time.
It's the whole process where I have to like make the inscriptions, and then I have to take the crystal and then crush it up, and then like reprocess it into like more of a paste, and then lay it. It's a whole thing.
No, I know it's gonna take a while. No rush, but we can get it here for you, and then we can go off and finish up some stuff.
Yeah, just drop it. Just drop it in. I'll have to make room for it somewhere.
Awesome.
All right. So, is that all, Adrian?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, let's circle back to
Thank you.
Sheila. You're welcome. Sheila, you said you another person?
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know if Al Eric's ever mentioned, Black Fog Company, Thaddeus Decatur.
No, I've seen the fucking tattoo. Anyways,
Okay, so like, what do you know about all of this?
I don't know. The only thing I could really get out of the boy was that he went away and he met some. He admitted that they were criminals, and he said that they may have gotten into a little bit of a scuffle with you, and then he had to come back. Um, he has not really told me exactly what he was doing out there. I just assumed the worst, and that he was probably inches away from death every
So,
second.
so like
Etrian's really
you,
nervous.
so like you really, I don't think you're assuming the like worst because
What's
we
the word?
didn't just get into a scuffle. Like we basically were almost like dead.
I thought you guys killed all the pirates.
Yeah, like
Except
we
for
did,
him and
except for him.
one other person that came back to town with us and then left.
But he like runs with
Hmm.
a really tough crowd.
We
Ooh,
used to.
Whatever happened to that bird?
That's the one I'm pretty sure that got killed at the outpost.
Yeah.
what bird?
All right.
One of
So
the
like,
people in the black.
could you
Lanked.
use your magic to snoop on this
Oh yeah,
Thaddeus
one of
Decatur?
the captains. Yeah, he's like super dead and like charred.
Yeah, and then um, Heavy Neck executed that other one.
Oh yeah, Langed. Yeah,
Yep.
she's yeah her.
That's the bird one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zilch missed like the whole thing, so he has only seen like the couple that have been to Asphaya.
Oh, okay. So that's not. I shouldn't be surprised, but somehow I am. Um, so you need me to scry on what his captain?
Uh, yeah, this Thaddeus Decatur guy, or things that are related to the Black Fog Company.
Okay. Hold on. All right. So unfortunately, it's gonna be tough, but I will.
Aratus, all I'm asking is that you try, because I can't even do it.
I don't worry, Sheila. I will help. For some reason, I just can't say no to you people.
How
Chaos
can
But
is
you
so
say
much
no? How
fun.
can you say no to a face like
does
this?
have like a huge smile on his face because I was once a little adventurous. I did get out, but
No.
some bad things happen, and you have to run away. But and he sits down at his crystal ball and rubs his hands together in a very familiar action once more, and he starts to scry. 10 whole minutes he sits there and he waits. I'm sorry, I got nothing.
Okay.
It didn't even flinch.
Can
What
they
does that
tell when you're
mean?
trying to scry on them? Would I
Uh,
know that because I can cast it?
on a fail, the on a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor with 10 feet on the target. You can see. I mean, they'd have to be able to see invisible objects.
Okay. So I was gonna ask if was I around when Sheila had her weird moments? She felt that she failed some save.
Hmm. No, I was
Okay.
I was kind of just playing that as like moments of anxiety. She wasn't aware she was being scried on.
Mhm.
Okay. I remember at some point in my notes is that a captain saw her leaving, so I didn't know if I don't remember when that was or if that was a part of that or not.
But unfortunately, I am not able to scry on that individual. He sounds terrible, though.
Um,
Do you know any of his friends?
do we know any of his friends, guys?
And you know, people that used to be in his crew, right?
crew? Did you run into any of his other crew? Maybe we
We-
could. I can do this like one more time, and after that, well, I guess I could just use. No, okay. You guys are worth it. I'm not doing anything today. Um, so, um, yeah. Did he have any friends? Any?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know if any of them are still alive.
What
Hmm.
about that monk that was at that fight? Did we kill him?
No.
No, I mean he died in the arena, but then he came back like you guys.
Maybe
Yeah,
we can
I don't
spy on him.
know any of these people, so
Okay, well, if you think of it, please feel free. I guess if all you have is hearsay, you could just send me, and he's like fidgets for his robe, and he pulls out the sending stone. He's like, you could just send me the description, and I could try. I don't mind being nosy.
We
Cool.
appreciate all the help.
Well, like I said, I'm can't say I really enjoy your company, and I do appreciate the efforts you guys are making to turn my son around.
um, I did have
It's
a
nice.
favor I wanted to ask. Can you
Have
can we schedule a game between us and your kids?
in what that ball game they play.
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
Uh, you could ask them yourselves.
Because turns out we're pretty good at it.
Well, how about this?
And they wouldn't let me play with them, so
How about this?
it's time to get spanked.
If you guys have time, it is around well, when this happened, it's around lunchtime. You might be able to find a hand, or I was going to say handful, probably a dozen of them will be in the kitchens. So you can grab some food. I'm sure my wife will love to see you again, and you can tell them yourself.
All right, cool. Yeah, it doesn't have to be today. We can just, it can be another time, but
Get it on the
Okay.
books.
I want that match.
Okay. I will tell. I have actually a few I know who will take the bait. So perfect. That's a lot easier favor than I thought. I thought I was going to have to scry on ancient dragon or a just terrible demigod. Knowing you guys,
Um,
what's next for you
I mean,
guys?
there's always next
Well-
time.
Yeah,
There's-
don't worry.
there's always Hextor. Never mind.
Who?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Um, hold on. Did you just say what I thought you said?
I could not possibly have said what you thought I said because
See, that's what I think, but
he's been gone for a very long time, and there's no way he could possibly be back on this plane.
yeah, I'm familiar with the stories. They were some of my favorites when I was growing up as a little boy because there was so much carnage
Yep.
when he was
Like-
around.
Terrible things to worry about. What is going on?
You guys have your toes in everything.
More just yeah.
This is why. This is why. Or yeah.
More just curious if my mom brought him back from the dead yet, or from
I
hell.
would you like any books?
No,
to-
the last thing I want to read is books on hell and the abyss.
Would you like me to scry on your mother? This sounds
No,
like something.
no, because I don't want her to scry back. I'm good.
Hmm.
Knowing her, that shit works two ways.
Are you talking about your mom and your dad, or
Did you tell me where she's located?
Uh, last time
Sorry, I'm prying. I don't. I'm sure this is sensitive.
I haven't seen her in quite a while, but last time I saw her was Blackwater. But I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. Just please not while I'm here, because knowing her, that shit works both ways, and she'll see me, and I'm not trying to have that.
I will use the utmost of caution.
Cool.
But that is not a name that a lot of people throw around seriously. And I mean, there's got to be some fanatics out there always that want to, raise the next fucking god. Okay. You guys have given me much to think about. Is there anything? Oh, let's please join me in the kitchen. Um, and he will get up, pick up the tray, and then kind of like wave his arms to you, have you guys walk in front. It's down the stairs, and then as you like keep with the curl, just keep going straight on down the hallway, and then you'll hear the commotion before you see it. But you guys can all make your way down the echoey marble floors, and when you get down to the right down to like the foyer, you look down the hallway, and there are like 3 dragonborn tails disappearing to the left. As I mean, you start to hear echoes of no, it's mine. Hey, stop! No, get, and then it's like no, get in line, wait. I slaved over this. Mom, you just did magic. It cooks itself. We know. Yeah, but I prepared the food. The baskets float, Mom. And as you walk up to the 2 double doors to the kitchen, you can see that I always forget her name, but Loratus's wife is sitting there just trying to like corral these dragonborn into a line, and there's a huge square island that's in a like, I mean, this kitchen is top notch. It has like 2 full set ovens, like it
Maruta.
has, it's crazy, and it's currently all the food that and like all the utensils that were being used for like creating this are now being cleaned by themselves in the like the multiple sinks. But there is a lovely spread of all sorts of food. There is a well balanced. There are like sandwiches. There's cold cuts. There's like actual hot meals, like cooked steak and cooked sausage. There's like leafy greens. There's stuff to make salad, which is not going to get touched. There's like actual vegetables, which again are not going to get touched. But you can see that she has like, in an attempt to try and get them to do it, she has like put this like sauce on the vegetables and mixed it in with a little bit more meat. But yeah, it's a lovely spread. But you guys are behind the chaos that is 12 dragonborn younglings just clamoring for this food. But
Going right
as
for that
they,
salad.
they don't even, they literally like they pass
The
all around.
one safe place.
But his wife made plenty. So there is still everything to choose from by the time that you get there. So you guys are able to eat a nice meal, catch up.
Maruta,
Zilch?
Maruta, you are a saint.
It's Maru. Oh, so Maruta, is
Yep.
it? Right. Well, the kitchen was my own. I wanted something really nice, and it actually, it.
Is this like your dream kitchen?
To be honest, you want to see something cool?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me exactly what you want.
Oh my god.
Tell me exactly what you. To please be specific.
Rotisserie chicken on a stick.
Do you want seasoning?
Yes, any seasoning. Any. Well, use your best judgment.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Okay. And she snaps, and a ice box opens up, and a couple invisible servants come over, and it looks like a like half of a rotisserie chicken gets put onto a spigot, and it just floats over there. A bunch of spices come over and start like getting shot, like danced all over it, rubbed in. You can see that like they're actually taking some rub and rubbing on the inside where the ribs are. They slide the stick through. The stove automatically lights, and the rotisserie chicken will just sit there and cook for the next like 10 minutes. And she just sits there and go, and it cleans itself.
Wait, so what you're telling me is you just set it and forget it?
Yeah, absolutely. It does. Well,
Wow.
Yes, and she's just like points into the all of the Dragonborn who are currently either done and or fighting over the remnants of whoever's the slowest eater. But yeah, she just goes, I had my hands full. So Loratus and I decided to design my dream. Our dream, really. I mean, yeah, can I get a milkshake? And she snaps, the icebox opens again, and you can see like a little frosted glass comes out of a cooler and some ice cream and
Zilch is like
like
tearing up. He's like,
yeah, I had the same too. And before the as the milkshake floats over, she goes over and takes a nice sip right before it gets to Loratus. And they had like this cute little moment of them flirting, even though they're like been together forever. But yeah, they smile and go, so what brings you to see my husband?
um, honestly, I don't even really know. It's really them. I just am along for the ride.
Loratus puts his hand on her shoulder. Just you can like those Etrian, you can kind of pick up him just being like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about it later."
Yeah, I'm not opening my mouth again for a while right
And
now.
her eyes go wide as she's just like, "Oh," and she smiles and sits back and leans. I'm sure it's always interesting when you guys show up. But thank you for. Is there anything else to get you? I have to go do some stuff with some plants.
You are a saint. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
She's gonna actually like go up and hug each one of you. Sheila, she like looks up and is just like, but she giggles and you watch her and if you get flanked by two younglings as she disappears down to the right and she's gonna go off and do her chores. And you just watch Loratus just sit there and slow gaze as she walks out of the room. So, you guys are full? Ready to go? Where off to next?
Uh, can we go back to the ship so I can get him that dragon's head, and then in the morning I can plant walk us wherever we need to go?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the young ones would love to see it too.
Just so
Um,
yeah, then you can work at it at your pace. I don't want. I'm not trying to rush Loreda's.
oh, I appreciate it. I'm actually quite interested to see what the kind of properties this chaos dragon, as you call it, has. Because if it's, I mean, nothing like any dragon that you just like it does not sound like a dragon. So it's
Kind of
curious.
made out of stone, I think. Right?
You described it as something that changed form.
Yeah, it changed what element it was had affinity to. It would shoot out lightning and then fire and then ice.
Yeah, so I wonder if the properties of the skull have anything unique. But yeah, please show me. Um, come on, you lot. Do you guys want to see a dragon skull? It's gonna be as big as your dad. And you just hear, "Oh no way!" It's like, dude, that's lame. As like the older ones kind of peace out and go to like divert to do like it looks like they're holding a ball, but they're not going to play. But the younger ones start to flank Loratus as you guys can walk out into the courtyard. And he goes, "Well, what tree was it? You can? Oh yeah, you could just do any tree, I guess."
Yeah, just the biggest one.
All right, so
Um,
please.
yeah, then yeah, take it. I mean, I can only do it once per day though, so I can do it in the morning.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna leave. Oh, I'm sorry, kids. Okay, bright and early. We'll come back, and Etrian will come back with the dragon skull. How about that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like a runaway. But yeah, that'll be they'll be just as excited. But okay. If that's all, I did have some things I need to get done. Some people to research.
Yes. So I don't have anything else. I don't know if anybody else does. Thank you for all your help.
Here, take a few. And he's just gonna grab like a couple apples off of the nearest tree and just like throw them to y'all. Y'all have each have one apple. As Etrian, you can touch the tree, unzip it, and all you are all able to like duck through. Um, easy as that. And it is about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon after all is said and done. After the scrying, the meal, the conversation. So now that you guys are back onto the boat and back at Port Royal, it's a lovely, partly cloudy day. What's up?
The plate of food Max brought with him through the portal make it as well.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna make you roll because I assume you have proficiency in food handling.
In some form, yeah.
Yeah. You're able to take.
He
And
didn't.
with your
He
sleight of
didn't.
hand, nobody noticed you actually took the full nice plate. Like you actually like on the back it has like Loratus's like inscription, like his little signature.
I didn't take the fork. I had whittled myself a carpentry's like a wooden fork that I replaced
Okay.
it with. So I left their dancing self-cleaning forks there, but
Okay. Oh, that'd be funny. The plate just gets up and starts floating back.
That's a long walk.
There's a sailor who's like, "No, I saw a floating. Where to God? Where was it? It was down south. Nothing. Literally. Like, oh my God, that's so funny.
The middle of the ocean.
It's just like doing the fucking Beauty and the Beast thing. Dun-dun. All right, cool. So now that you guys are back in Port Royal, Heavy Neck is gonna go to Max, and Max, as you're starting to chow down, he's gonna go, "Hey Max, you remember what we wanted to do? Didn't you
uh,
go down to Fotenios? I think it's a great time.
yeah.
You
You
could sneak it in, cause
now?
yeah. Well, all right. So y'all, I forgot to mention that if you weren't aware, one of your crewmates, Magmore, has challenged one of like kind of high up on the city watch rank guard, and they're doing a one-on-one in the Coliseum, and it's tonight, and it's been like the, hyped up all over town. Jerry has actually graffitied the boat once or twice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he just wrote Jerry on the front of it.
I
I wonder
cannot
who
tell
did
you how
that.
much I fucking hate Jerry. I hope Jerry knows.
Um,
Oh, he knows. He knows. If he
so,
knows.
so Heavy Neck has been pretty amped about going to watch this fight and hopefully watch Jerry eat a bag of dicks. So
Like he should all the time.
Max, I think that we could just because I wanted to see Fotenios, and I think it'd be cool. Plus, we could go and get back, and I need to buy black powder, and apparently the only place to buy that is like right at the entrance to go down there. So I think we could coordinate.
Okay. Are you coming with us down there?
Oh fuck yeah! Well, you think I'm not gonna come with you lot? I'm just gonna
Ah,
sit on the ship and watch these guys steal money from all the boats in the harbor.
wonderful.
Leeches! He just screams out.
He goes, all right, Cap. When you're ready to go, let's go.
No, and he goes up to you, Max, and he like positions himself perfectly in front and goes, Max, I think for this trip, you're the captain.
Oh
Aye,
God.
Captain.
For this trip only. When we get back to the ship and Magmore has his fight, I'm captain again.
As he walks out of the captain quarters, he looks at Juicy Fruit over there and goes, "Look at me. I am the captain now."
All right, captain.
Aye, Captain.
What we doing?
Um, so we're heading down to her shop, right? Are we meeting her there?
You guys are gonna have to go, yeah, because she's coming with you.
Okay. So we'll
So
go
you
pick
guys are
her
gonna
up.
have to go all the way down Center Street to Luxurious Delights. It's around, let's call it 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock as you it takes you all the way to get there, unless you want to take a rickshaw and it'll be 4, but who cares? It's an hour. Um, but as you approach the Luxurious Delights, you can see that the sign is already flipped to closed, and you look over and like you stand right in front of this real big frosted glass door, and you hear, "Oh no 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 no! We're open! Hold on!" And she hears like a bunch of scrambling as like Mary runs and just like swings open the door and like fixes her hair. She looks like she has like sort of she's like a little more like blue collar look to her. She has like pants with like a button down shirt tucked in, like her hair's pulled back, and her glasses are sitting further up on her hair. But she looks like she has a small bag. But she sits there and she's sitting there going, Max, it's so good to see you. Sorry, I closed down early because I knew you were gonna like swing by, and I wanted to make sure that my schedule is open today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are you
Come in. I have a little treat to celebrate our little adventure. And she runs up and she pulls out a silver tray, and she looks like she has made a special. I think it is a fresh raspberry muffin with coffee cake crumble on top with cinnamon vanilla icing drizzle. The icing and the wrapper are both red. Because look, it's you, and
that,
she just hands you like one of the muffins.
what a great choice in color. Thank you.
Right here, I made enough for. Oh, well, I guess I don't have to have one. You guys could have some. And she will offer up the muffins to each one of you.
Here, you have this one. I do appreciate it though.
I appreciate you guys taking me down there because it can just it's dark and like me by myself. It's just kind of scary. So I appreciate it. Please, it's like I also gonna pay you, but like please take it.
Who's got a knife? Max, you got a knife?
I mean, I have one, and she takes one out, and it's like this little rinky-dink letter opener. She's like,
Oh, can I see it for a second?
Careful.
yeah.
Zilch cuts it in half and then gives her half of the muffin. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Just like happy's like, to be honest, like it's been like I don't usually get like raspberries, but the place we're going to has them, so that's why I'm taking you. It's like the best place to get like they're like underground groceries kind of because like you know how I said that like it was hard to get like food around here. It's just the prices are going up, so it's actually cheaper to go down to Fotenios and buy food there. Even though it's weird because they grow food underground and it's usually like not the greatest, but it's actually that's why this place is such a gem.
How do they grow raspberries underground? Don't they require sunlight?
Oh, I can't wait to show you where we're going.
I'm excited.
I'm telling you, this what is her name? Felicity she is a genius. Um, so are we off?
Let's go.
Cool. So she locks up the door, and she is going to take you down. If we take a left, we can go down to this refinery outpost, and that is where it's like a much larger version of a subway entrance. So it looks like there's a cave, but the pathway kind of juts and disappears down and curves off to the left. So, I mean, you guys can move yourself. Look, it's new heavy neck. Yay. So you guys get to this very, very simple, almost like shack looking building. It's minimal in its design, but above it, it just says the refinery. And it looks like there is kind of just like windows around it. It looks like they're kind of fogged, not from like on purpose, but from age. But Heavy Neck just goes, yeah, this is the place. Anybody want to come in with me? I'm just going to buy some black powder real quick.
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on him, so he gets advantage on all persuasion.
And a bardic inspiration dice.
And an emboldening bond.
Nice.
And a guidance.
Yeah.
And
With advantage on all charisma checks
and a
for the next
winky
hour.
face from Sheila.
And what?
And a winky face from Sheila.
That's worth all these.
Go get a good deal, Captain.
You just get a +1 for that reason.
Just to mark my thing, I have advantage, and I have 2 4s and 1d8.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I cast a guidance with that, or just as you're about to say it, I'm gonna cast guidance.
It doesn't
Or did someone already do it? Oh, okay, someone already did.
The same spell effect does not stack.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I missed that he said that.
Yeah. All right. So is anybody going in there with him? He's just gonna.
Yeah, Sheila will.
I'll go in with him.
Yeah, we might as well. We have to be within 30 feet of him for him to use the emboldening bond.
Okay, all right. So you guys are gonna come in. So the door swings wide open. It is a very, very simple. If you've ever rented skis, it's that. So it's a small little desk with like just a hole in the wall cut out. There's a small little greeting room. There's no like barely any furniture besides like two. Actually, it's called 4 chairs. No plants. The person behind the counter. It looks like directly behind them, it's just rows and rows of there are large barrels and then smaller barrels stacked. Well, the lighter ones you should put on top. So the large ones are on the bottom, small ones on the top. And it looks like it's just like this is just a holding area for a fuck ton of black powder. It is a fairly like brutish looking elf. And what do you want?
Zilch takes his hand with the black wraps and puts it like in his pocket.
Come on, speak up. All right, hey,
Black powder.
I want to buy some black powder. Yeah, you and everybody else. All right, how much do you want? How much you got? Look, buddy, I don't have time for this. All right, look, how about give me 3 large barrels and we'll take like 2 like smaller barrels. How much is that? You ain't getting that. What do you mean without getting that? Look, buddy, if the most you're gonna get is, and he takes his clipboard out and he checks inventory really quick. The most I got is I got 2 large kegs and I got 1 pony keg. Pony kegs 500 gold pieces, and the full kegs. What are you like? He doesn't even get to finish like the 1,000 gold pieces he was about to say. That Heavy Neck goes, that's fucking robbery. Black powder was like 150 the last time I bought. What the fuck happened? Hey, buddy, calm down. You're not the only one. You're not the only one bitching. Look, there was a large uptick in sales last couple weeks, and then every captain in the harbor was, panic buying. So look, now we're here. So you're gonna take what little I can give you, or you're gonna complain? Because I can sell this to anybody else. And Heavy Neck just sits there and goes, all right, what about like if I buy all 3 barrels, make it like do 1,000 for all 3, and he's gonna roll a persuasion check and see if all of this.
Wait, I'm throwing one that'll fit in my bag of holding too.
Oh, hold on, let me pull up Heavy Neck. He's not gonna get natural talent here. So 14 plus.
Well, he had advantage on it.
He has advantage. I forgot. Sorry. Okay. Go with the first one.
So we'll keep the 14.
So we have 22 plus
the D6 from the
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Okay, I thought it was an 8, but okay. Nope, that's still an 8. Wow, Jesus Christ.
I'm back in.
So fucking
and 2d4, right?
28.
28 in total. This guy. All right. I mean, he would have had to roll literally a 19 or higher to withstand this. He's like, he looks around, he sees that no one else is in here and goes, hey, look. I'll do the 1250. Sold. And Heavy slams the fucking gold down on the table, and before he finishes, the guy hasn't even moved. He goes, but first you gotta promise me you're not gonna tell anybody about this, or else the next time I see you in here, I'm gonna go tell Baxi, because I know a guy. And Heavy Neck just goes, ooh. And then the guy takes the gold and goes, you're lucky it's small. And then,
Did he not see our fight the other night?
no, apparently not. Actually, here, let's see if he recognizes, because I did forget that Sheila did win, so she's in the building, so
We have
she.
all the top contenders in one group.
Yeah, let's see. All right, let's go with. Nah. Look, I stopped going to the fighting pits when I was young. But anyways, look, are you taking the barrels now or not?
Yep.
Oh, yep, taking the barrels now. And he's like, all right, cool. And then just so this other large kind of hefty half orc comes over and lifts the 2 barrels up over the counter, puts the last one on top. The gold is exchanged. Heavy neck loses. He's gonna go with. He's gonna pay in platinum.
Well, how much did we win from betting? What were the odds from the fight?
Double whatever you got.
Double. Okay, cool.
So heavy neck got an extra 1,000 that I never actually added in.
Is there like a gunpowder, like a barrel small enough to fit in my bag of holding that would still cause a good explosion if it went off?
You'd have to make a half size of the pony keg. The pony keg's like this big. The big barrel is like, we're talking like one that like a medium-sized human could get inside.
Okay, I'll just steal some from the ships.
And as you guys are starting to like get situated with this, he goes, yeah, I wouldn't go flashing this around either. Like, I'd probably take it immediately to where it needs to stay and make sure no one important, make sure none of the goons see it. Because this shit, I'm telling you, it's the black market price is ridiculous.
Yes, take it back to the ship before we go down our.
All right,
adventure.
pleasure doing business with you. Not gonna talk anything. Don't even know you. And Heavy Neck's just gonna be like, grab the barrels. Let's go.
We want to take those back to the ship first.
Yeah, I mean, it'll only take like to get back there. It's like I said, 45-minute walk. So with the barrels, there and back to the refinery, or if you guys would like to, when you guys get down to the docks, could everybody roll perception checks? As you guys are getting down to the slippery bosom and like kind of like putzing around as Heavy Neck figures out where to put the barrels. All right. So Zilch and Etrian, you're kind of hanging out on the front of the ship, and you look over at these. Sheila, you're also going to see this. You look over at these little archways, and you notice something. You're like, "Holy shit! Does the path actually go in there?" And it looks like there is a way that, those areas are big enough, and you can look through them, and you're like, "Holy shit! There's these small little boats on the other side." And as you guys are sort of just like looking over the edge, Mary's gonna come over and go, "What are you guys looking at?"
There's boats in there.
What's under the docks?
What do you mean? You can get into Fotenios that way. That's how you get to the Fotenios docks.
Oh, is that where we're going? Right there?
Yeah, well, it was just funny because like I came up here and I noticed it too, and I was like, oh, we could just, instead of going back up to where we were, we could just go this way.
Oh yeah,
We could
let's do that
follow
then.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems way
Should we
easier.
walk, or do we have a small boat? I can do water walk, and we can all just kind of stroll down.
Looks like there's a pathway that has been like worked into the architecture that hugs all of like both sides.
Or we could do that. It's fine.
I mean, you can water walk.
No, I'm just kidding.
You can show off next time.
Yeah. Just saying you don't have to. But as you guys, Heavy Neck puts down the black powder, you guys can get yourself situated again, leave the slippery bosom again, and you can make your way up to where the street carts are for the street buns. And you look left, and yep, you could have just easily, don't know how you missed it this whole entire time, but you take a left and walk down, and underneath the archways, hugging the right side of the wall, it looks like there's like a 10-foot walkway that's been like paved with cobblestone that you disappear into the darkness, but there is illumination of torches and natural like fungi and like uh also and like creeping light that seeps in. But you guys find yourself, and I get to move you finally to the new map. Dun dun dun. As you guys come through, you're going to walk in through the north gate entrance.
Cool.
Wow.
So go ahead. Um, and I think that this is a perfect time to take a break. As you guys, the stone is it's got a sort of warm color to it, so it's a kind of khaki brown, like there's like a little bit of brown in the stone, but the pathway soon disappears from being cobblestone, and it's just the crunch of a dirt road with that's barely been leveled. There are plenty of people who are like either like sitting up on the side, like either begging or performing. You walk up, there is a small dock that looks like small fishing boats come up here and tie up and then stop by, which there's a large barn that has a huge fence behind it, and the sign above the barn says Happy Feet, and you can see that there are tons of animals, and there are little now this is where the start of races start to change. You start to see drow. So playing in with like a goat, there is a this little drow girl with this like white pigtails that are braided down on either side. A slender female drow who's like kind of making sure the goat doesn't bite her hand. Um, Working this establishment, it looks like there are plenty of Duragard and deep gnomes or Snurvablin. We're gonna call them deep gnomes. But they are the same races as their topside counterparts, but their skin with the subterranean lifestyle has sort of washed out. It's like a little bit blue, pale on the just like on the fainter side. Their hairs mostly whites, blondes, grays. Not so like there are some jet blacks and some browns, but it's less common just because of lack of sunlight. And yeah, so as you guys approach the north gate, let's go on and take a break.
Okay.
Nice. Um,
And welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us, those of you who are. We just are approaching the northeast gate of the Undercity, known as Fotenios. Um, we'll get right back into it. They just passed a place known as Happy Feet, which looks like just a petting zoo. But there, you were as you pass these, like they're sort of like kind of shanty buildings. It looks like they were maybe thrown up with care like at one time, but they have fallen into disrepair, a lot of them, and you can tell that this is where like the lower income people are staying. There's people who are, maybe wearing like a tunic rather than like a full set of clothes who are out here. They're working the land, they're cultivating fungi, they are attempting to try and like grow anything that's out here. But as you approach the northeast gate, you can see that the colors down here are, hold on, for Fotenios.
Real quick, as we're walking in, we see docks, right?
Yeah, there's a dock down here. And there's, as you look across this river, there's a dock over here with a watchtower above it.
Okay, so I was just gonna go to Heavy Neck and be like, why have we been paying 20 gold a day to dock out there when we could just dock in here?
I don't fucking know, Zilch. I want to go move the boat like right now, but
Well, we already paid. We already paid for today. We might as well leave it there today. But
absolutely need to fucking move it like somewhere in here because
it's got to be cheaper.
It has to be. There's no way. Fuck. We could just put it right there. And he just like points to where like it looks like it gets kind of shallow.
Yeah, you want to just beach it? I mean, we have Etrian. We can always unbeach it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is a really nice luxury. Hey.
Unless Etrian dies.
Hey, sir, can you move that boat? Yeah, you. No, you do it. All right.
I could probably move it down here.
I could move the boat with us standing here. I could use telekinesis on the wheel.
You'd be able to turn it.
Yeah.
You can turn it. I can use control water, and we just slowly move it in.
I mean, you guys did like surf this in and out of an island. So, I mean, anything's possible with us.
I'm proficient in this kind of terrain.
You just see Mary's like in front of you. She turns around at that and just goes,
You know, would be impressive if Max can polymorph me into a mammoth, and I can cast water walk on myself before that, and I can just tow the boat in as a giant mammoth.
"Oh, that's
It'd make an impression.
Now, can you polymorph each other at the same time?
Maybe if we time it right.
I
don't know.
If we're far enough away, I could do it as a bonus action to quicken spell it right after you cast.
Oh god.
Use my reaction to cast a spell.
Wonder Twins.
And then we would have 2 mammoths, and because you two are very good friends, it would be like 3 mammoths.
Oh god, don't start, no. And so Mary comes up to Max.
So we're discussing mammoths.
Max, please stay. Can you have your friends stay close? This is where it starts to get a little bit weird. Once we get closer to Red Rock Coliseum, it'll be easier. But just stay close for now.
Okay.
So you guys cross through the guard tower or the entrance towers. The color palette in here is purple, white, and black. So the undercolor for most things is black to kind of blend in with the surrounding environment, but there's a lot of rooftops that are like have been painted purple. There's trim that's like white and purple. So that's kind of the motif of everything that is around here. And it looks like maybe either one because of the other or just in tandem it grew like in together. The architecture kind of mimics each other, but just in different coloring. The street layout obviously is a little different. Mary is going to take you up. I forgot to name the streets because I was busy. Takes you up. Somebody name that street. Not chat. I mean, I'd like to say chat, but who wants someone name that?
Northeast Street.
Northeast Street. All right, cool.
There you go.
Make it simple. Make yourself a grid.
confuse them. Northwest Street.
Yeah.
South Street.
Southwest Street.
Southwest Street, Northeast.
All right. So she takes you on to Northeast Street. And it looks like street buns have made their way down here, and there are all sorts of, you know, they're talking gourmet, underground only, like the Fotenios special, which I want to say is just poutine wrapped in a street bun.
Zilch looks at a street sign and goes, "Why do they call this the Nest?"
It's like Soho. This is Nest.
Oh, honey. It's just a sign. It's supposed to say north. Oh, and she's just gonna like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. So you guys travel down. We're gonna go with we'll go with the Red Rock Road.
As we're walking there, did the animals in the petting zoo look unhappy?
Roll a perception check. What'd you get?
18.
I mean, there was like 2 chickens that were getting manhandled, but like it looked.
It wasn't like a pet. They didn't have like exotic animals kidnapped and put in cages.
No,
It was
no,
like petting zoo. And it's like, here's a chicken and a
it was
goat.
all free range. It seemed like this was just a farm that like they were just like, oh, we'll try a business idea because we already have the cattle and like already have the stuff.
Yeah,
Pet them until it's meat day.
Etrian,
until
go
market
look
day.
at all of the animals. Go study all of the animals.
Just wonder if we had to go like eco warriors and free all the animals, you know?
Oh God,
AKA new polymorph forms.
All right, so you are traveling down Red Rock Road. Word. Well, I'm just having fun with it. You get to East Street, obviously. East Street. All right. And then you find yourselves walking straight at the Red Rock Coliseum, which, let me pull up my description. Sitting at the heart of the second ring, the Red Rock Coliseum has been built into 3 massive stone pillars that look like they have fallen over. They may have once stood upright, but now it looks like there's 2 that have fallen like on top and are like stacked accordingly. And then there's one that looks like it's kind of like it erupted out of the ground and then fell and like now it's like kind of like cockeyed. But within this small area, there is a great natural pit that is connected to a giant like pit of lava. And the natives, and like Mary's giving you the rundown of this because she knows. It's told all of the time because it's like a little like bedtime fairy tale to warn kids about the dangers of fire and possibly Fotenios depending on the parent. But back before this was all colonized, this actually had a large group of natives that supposedly just threw a bunch of people into this lava to sacrifice to this god who is pronounced Sathagwa. And it's apparently just this like toad-like lava god that but now instead of like involuntarily throwing your life away, people do it voluntarily. And you can hear just like the like the roar of like there's clearly a match going on. It looks like it's only like 3 stories built off of the ground, but it's similar design Coliseum that isn't a perfect circle. It's built like around the rocks so that it fits perfectly within it. There is stadium seating that looks like it goes all the way to the ceiling, but it is completely like gated off. But there's like a kiosk that you could go through. Big sign. You guys can see in common and a bunch of other different languages that there are fights happening pretty much every other night here. And there are like like little there looks like there are blanks and then there are names. So this is the exact same thing, but below.
Are these
Um,
fights to the death? Do like the losers get sacrificed?
no, I think that you live. I just think it's excruciatingly painful when you die usually. I don't know. I've never actually been into one of those because it's just like I said, I just never actually come down here by myself. And not a lot of friends.
Wait, is this where what's his name is fighting tonight?
Magmar.
No, Magwell's fighting up in Port Royal.
Is he gonna win? Is he like any good?
I don't know, but that Jerry guy sucks, so he should probably win. Is there anything we could do to like buff him?
I mean, yeah, we could buff him. Is that allowed?
I don't know, but I mean, what if we do something before and then he walks into that little area where they're getting ready and like he already has the buff, you know?
Yeah, I haven't met this Jerry guy. He can't be that bad.
Yeah, I don't exactly. He seems like a punk. So as you guys get to crossing back over to like around where like this other river is, I haven't named it. Uh,
The
Mary
unnamed
stops.
river.
Mary stops you guys right in the middle before you get to the intersection, and she points up into like on the wall. And some of you probably may have noticed, others not. This city is not only built just like the one you see here, but if you can see, hold on, I think I left them into. So it looks like part of the city comes like built into like the walls and also part of the ceiling. There's three layers to it. So it looks like there's three sort of like balconies that come out, and then the stairs case go to either end and then curl back down, connecting all of the layers. Um, but notably, there looks like there are either, it depends on how you want to look. Hey, we ever seen like ants build into a tree and it looks like it's been like engorged and bulged out? It looks like there are like built-in nests that have been like created in the natural jagged edges of like the cavern, and that like these little circular windows that have been carved into them. And every once in a while, as you're looking up, you see overhead what I have dubbed as a I already fucked it up. A Vespertin, which is, for lack of a better phrase, they're Batman and women and kids. So it is Arakokras. There are some that have their arms built into their wings, and there are some that have separate arms and separate wings, but they have bat-like appendages, and they are flapping around. They're covered in this brown sort of or black fur, huge ears that sure like stick upright. These snub pig nose, like it's every sort of bat that you would find in a cave. Are starting to fly overhead.
I feel like I just saw this movie.
And so Mary looks up and points at this building up there and goes, "So we got to go all the way up there. It's fine. There's a staircase. But that's Black Rock Bakery. That's my friend, and she's the one who has all the stuff." Um, so you guys walk up the staircase, pass by numerous Duragard and deep gnomes that are getting off of work, coming out of the small little openings that connect to the tunnels, which go into the mines. But those are kind of out of sight, out of mind for the most part. So you do a couple switchbacks, and then you get right up to Black Rock Bakery, which it is run by a Fire Ganassi female, Altyra. This is it's a fairly decent storefront, mostly made out of like cut stone or worked stone to some degree. It has a little like 3-tier slanted shelf that has a bunch of bakeries. She goes, Tira, are you here? Mm. Yes, I am. As she walks out, it's a pleasure to. Oh, you brought friends. And uh, this fire ganassi comes out. She has this like real dense, just like tight curls that have been like whatever strap is holding her hair looks like it would probably burst at any second if she like kind of like flexed her brow at all. But to the tips of her hair, this starts to turn this like orange and then red and then white and then you can it looks like the tips of her hair are like constantly on fire, but right in the middle of it you can just see these perfect white curls. Goes, Mary, you come. Oh, why so soon? We just saw you. And she goes, Mary, no, I came for these guys. They well, he should just ask you himself. Max, come here. It's me and my friend. His name's Max.
Max very nervously, with love in his eyes, looks up at this fire genasi.
Her eyes
Very excited.
are like rubies staring back.
Yeah, I'm all wide-eyed and kind of like love struck at this point. And he says, "Ma'am, I, 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 I'm looking for
Yeah.
some supplies." And I hand her the list. Uh, could you help with these?
She looks at the list. Well, um, it has been a good week, so I don't have it here. But I do know where I get my stuff from. You could just go meet her if you'd like. Sorry to be the person who goes, oh, I'm sorry, go and just send you on your way, but I don't want you waste your time.
Not at all, ma'am. Not at all.
But I'm sorry I can't. I wish you the best of luck. And she puts her like takes her like fairly large hand over and then like just kind of rustles your bald spot.
Um, I just kind of like smile. Is she like how old is she? Like as
She's
far as this
getting
goes.
up there in age. It looks like her like the crow's feet on her the corners of her eyes are starting to be lit by like this like red glow that looks just like embers, but you can see just the cracks that are starting to form around like the lips.
Okay.
She's like almost like to be old.
All right. Max is gonna ask her if she'd be interested in taking a walk with him sometime.
I would love to.
Thank you.
What is your name?
I'm Max.
Max.
Very like he's suddenly got a little bit more confidence in him.
Well, you're well dressed. I can't see why not.
Um, and he looks down at his new clothes, just kind of smiling.
When when are you free?
Uh, he kind of glances back at Heavy Neck as to like, does he have
It's just
time?
like
uh, maybe tomorrow afternoon.
tomorrow afternoon it is.
This
You come
fucking guy.
you know, I know exactly where we will walk. You'll love it.
Okay. Uh, where can I meet you?
Here,
Wonderful.
I will leave it unlocked for you.
Wonderful. Um, and he grabs a pastry off the shelf and kind of tips her a gold for it, or however much the pastry is set for.
She takes the gold and then just slips it into her cleavage.
So do we know where we're going now?
Yeah, so hold on. I need to allow that you're going to Creeping Vines.
Okay.
She is friendly, but a little weird. More of a get in, get out, get on with your way.
Understand, ma'am. We're all a little weird.
All right, so you gotta go here. So basically back down the switchback, back the way you came, and then it's through these tangled vines of streets that take you all the way to this house that sits on the water. Uh, Heavy Neck's just sitting there going like, "Oh, I've got to get a streak on," and he like just like sits there and he's just like, "Whoo, we're gonna stop." Sheila, I can see why Talon wants the thing. Whew.
Yeah. Quite the amount of steps.
All right. So you guys get to the Creeping Vines, which is at the ass end of this street. That looks like the house is almost sitting in the water. It's that close. Creeping Vines is actually it's one of two stores. There's one up in Port Royal, but this is the original one. It is run by a woman named Felicity Morning. Her mother to Alyssa. The storefront is wedged between, like, countless numbers of houses. There's literally no gap between this house. It's literally was built in between these two houses. It has a balcony that has a countless number of different colored vines that are overflowing off of it and down in front and then all around the architecture, basically covering this thing, making it look like it's completely made of vines. The entrance to this facade, like, it hangs down like beads. You start to like get closer and you notice that there is a familiar but unusual amount of light coming from the inside, from behind these vines. You can see that this light is like it's a mix of greens and purples, and the door, it looks like the vines have been guided around it so that it's just this wooden door that says Creeping Vines on the front of it.
Does it look like we can just walk right in?
Oh yeah, Mary's already like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Just I get nervous, and she's like wringing her hands because she's fucking riddled with anxiety. She opens the door, and this huge bouquet of I mean, it's a garden center as you walk in. There are low cut tables. There's low shelving on top of shelving all around this like massive store, not massive, sorry, mid-sized storefront. Behind it, it looks like there is a huge prep table where there are tons of cuttings sitting in jars. There are all around you. There are plants, trees, either at full grown or at any one of the other stages. And the interesting part, that kind of just, I mean, take it as you will. This entire room is filled with natural daylight, and it comes from these little customized bioluminescent mushrooms that are just growing in all of the pots on all of the walls, and they are all emitting this like together they create a very large light, but they are all emitting a like sort of like dim daylight glow. And it seriously feels like you're like, if you were claustrophobic, this would be like a huge sigh of relief. And behind the counter, there's a smiling drow who is like fairly, heavy set, but she is wearing this complementary like flowing robes that have these like large genie pants, and she has these huge hoop earrings, sleeveless, obviously, and it looks like her hands are completely dirty, like all the way up to like her forearms, but her clothes are pristine. And she looks at y'all and goes, "Well, howdy, what's going on? Welcome to my store. My name is Felicity.
Hi,
What can I do?
Felicity. If I
Love
eat
your
one of
stores.
these bioluminescent mushrooms, will I trip balls?
No, it just kind of turns your skin blue, or it just turns your skin a different color."
Interesting.
Okay, now that's kind of funny because I did have a friend that tried to eat a bunch, but he like got so full and nothing really happened. But I swear he was glowing the next day.
How much for these?
Oh, I can sell you. And she pulls out this like mason jar full of this like glowing, like mixed in with a little bit of like, it kind of looks like sand, but as you get closer, you can see that it's like a bunch of different micro colors. She goes, yeah, these are the spores. You just sprinkle them on, and they just grow. It's great because what I've done, this is my own special blend, is they work like synergistically with all the plants so that they don't take from the plants, they only give. So like, and they give light. And by the way, you all should come when it's like nighttime. These things go to sleep. It's the perfect. It literally is the perfect thing, and I'm the mother who fucking created it.
You're
And she puts it.
amazing.
That is impressive.
Thank you.
How
I
much
need
for
some of
that?
those IRL.
For this jar right here,
Yeah.
let's say, I haven't sold a whole jar like that in a while. 50 gold.
How about half a jar?
I'll
Oh, I
split
can.
a jar with you.
You want to split a jar? All right, cool.
I'll pay for half.
I'll go halvesies.
All
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Can you like split that into 2 jars?
Yeah, sure. Why
Okay.
not? She pulls out two littler jars and starts to like funnel, and then starts to do the thing, and as pouring down, she goes, "So y'all don't look like you're from here. Where are y'all from?" And then she
Zilch just
looks at
points
you.
up.
Oh, you're a sunbather. And she puts the jar down and puts the lid back on, and then gets the two lids. Well, how is it up there?
Brighter.
Because yeah, it's probably sucks, right?
Yeah, totally.
Haven't seen any shops as cool as this one yet.
That's true. That's definitely true.
That is the
Yeah,
truth.
thanks. It was my mom's, and then I kind of inherited it. And then, did you know that we got another storefront? It's actually up there. Have you been to the Creeping Vines in Port Royal?
I think somebody mentioned that, but I haven't been there now.
Oh, you got to. My sister's great. It can service all of your needs. And hey, excuse me, about my needs. Oh, darling, what are you? Come over here. What do y'all need? And she like puts her fist down and just kind of just like, what do you need? And she like Mary kind of nervous goes, so I was like told to come here by like Eltira and Tyra. And sorry, I'm nervous. And she like puts her hand and grabs Mary's hand. Is like, you're okay. Oh, you are shivering. Um, yeah. I came here to buy food, but I was told that like you could help me out. And she just kind of smiles and goes, well, ain't nobody have food better than me. So you come to the right place. What do you need? Max, you want to give
Max
it?
is gonna chime in. We're looking to get some supplies for some street buns that we want to make, and we need a lot of it.
Oh, you gonna start a street bun cart like every other person?
No,
They can
not
do that.
exactly. Not exactly. We're gonna feed some people with them, bring some joy to some people. So
Oh,
we're sending them out in a shipment, and we're helping feed some people in Aspara.
well, that is fucking mighty kind of you. Like, and what is your name?
I'm Max.
Max. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Felicity, if you didn't already know. Uh,
Felicity, nice to meet you.
but so she takes a look at this as well. I can definitely, I can hook you up with the all of this. I can actually do it today, if you want.
Today,
Oh, tell me a little secret.
yeah.
Felicity's got the good shit, and I got
Hmm.
it often.
Yeah, whatever you've
Hey,
got, we'd
friends,
love
but
to.
I'm on the low.
We've got some gold here.
Gold
How
talk.
yeah, how much do you think we could exchange?
Well, with these prices with the amount that you're asking for,
If
mm,
I can if I can help your where you grow, do you grow all your own food here? Do you grow everything yourself?
she looks at you and just like, well, yes, I do.
If I can double your yield over the next year, can you give us a deal?
Absolutely. Could you show me this ability?
It would take 8 hours, but I can cast plant growth and enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range becomes enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
Oh, I could corner the market. Could you do it to not everybody and just do it to me?
I can try. It doesn't say that I. You can, yeah, you can exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. So I can
Oh,
just exclude everything outside. Here.
this is just too much. Who the hell are you, Jane? Walking into my shop, bringing me all sorts of good news. Please, please sit and you know what?
Do you have any
And
tea?
she, if you want, she will take the gold that you gave her, and she will put it back onto the table and go. You enriched just my crops for an entire year. Well, honey, I think that you could probably have all this. I don't. My mama said never do anything for free.
It's
So
not free. Come think of how much you're getting in return.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying is. So let's do 500 and we even.
Okay.
All right. So you can get yourself situated. I'm gonna go in the back and get my stuff situated, and she will kind of saunter back with a little pep in her step, as you can see that the only non-clean part of her is there's like this dirty part of her ass where she just always forgets. But she disappears into the back, and then it is kind of sounding like she's just like she's singing to herself. She's loving it. Is there anything you guys wanted to do? Well, it's gonna take her a little bit because she's gonna like put like it's a lot of food onto like some sort of like. How you plan on carrying this? As she like sticks her head back.
Are we bringing the boat down? Because we could bring the boat down and
Yeah,
just
that's
load it
actually
on from
we could
here.
just. Yeah.
Dennis, can we
How
get the big boat down to this dock, and then don't we have a smaller boat that we can take down the river just to, like right behind the shop,
Yeah. So
like a rowboat?
this is not a passageway that takes you up. It is a like
Ah.
long gate. It is not meant.
Oh, I just saw that. I didn't even see that part. Yeah.
No, sorry. I should have. I'm glad you brought it up because you do notice now that there are no like large ships or anything. Like there are boats that probably were brought in and are sailing down the rivers, but they are very small. But yeah. So
So do we have a way that we could bring a small boat down, or do we have a small boat that we could bring down?
I mean, Sheila, could you just carry a boat?
Yeah.
Problem
Is
solved.
the is that wall 5 feet thick?
Oh yeah, it's huge. Like the
Ah.
walls are at least 30 feet high. Like I mean, couple feet thick, pure stone. Looks like they've been here forever.
Hmm.
We
Yeah, I
could
got
do
nothing then.
like it. You got shape water, right, Billy?
Yeah, I have
So
control water.
we could do like a Panama Canal thing. I've got stone wall. We could just lift the boat up and over the
I
wall.
have stone wall. Yeah, we can do both. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just fill up the water and you put a ball behind it and we get up and over it. Then
Yeah.
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Panama Canal it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So as you guys are talking this over, Felicity comes back. She has.
While she's in
She
the
has.
back, can I just do a perception real quick?
Go ahead.
Because as soon as she said, "Let me tell you a secret," Felicity's got the good shit. Zilch just like perks up, and now he's like looking everywhere.
Someone sounded like they were on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, perception. All right.
He just wants to
Um,
look around and see if he recognizes anything or if anything looks like a cool drug.
Okay. So as you look around with a 26, I'm going to roll something really quick. Motherfucker. So you're getting like you case the joint a little bit, and then you're like oh, it's probably behind the counter, or it's like maybe it's behind one of those shelves back there.
Yeah,
Then you
she's got the good shit. If anybody who says they've got the good shit has the good shit.
Okay. So you can see that there are more shelving that's like back in the back room where she walked through a separate room and then walked into another room. It looks like, I mean, you can't see what's in it, but you see that it's there. Do you want to do anything?
Um,
She's
nah,
you can
nah,
still hear her. You can still hear her.
nah. Zilch ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
That's not a Zilch thing to do.
All right. Well, fair enough. As she comes back and she has divided the all of the ingredients into just like one big sack of each. So a bunch of flour, a bunch of sugar. I don't know what else goes into baking because I'm not a baker, but all of the other good stuff that would be needed that was on that list, she has marked and in very, very fine handwriting, she has scribbled what is on it, and then slides it onto the table next to you guys. It goes, well, there you go. Just like that. So you gonna enchant my crops now?
Uh, sure. I was spend the next 8 hours doing that. Can I take these to the boat real quick, then come back?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can just come back anytime. Just know that if I need to, I know how to find you.
That's fine. If you want, I can give you like, if you want some kind of like security deposit or something, so you know we're not going to run off.
Oh, I would love to. Wow. Now you speak in the Fotenios language.
So yeah, I'd hand her a platinum with the understanding that I get that back as soon as I come back and chant or work on her plants.
Alrighty then. She snatches that up real quick and inspects it to make sure that you're not fucking with her, and then she's her apron pocket. Well, how? Of course. That's anytime then.
Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. I can also turn into like a horse if you guys want to just strap all this stuff onto me. I can take it back to the ship.
Why
Nice.
haven't we been doing that anyway?
Because
You
nobody,
turn into a woolly mammoth.
the group
I
doesn't.
could turn to woolly man. Yeah.
All right, so you guys can, if that's all that you want from the creeping vines, you guys can leave and do other things if you'd like. Max, you have all of your stuff
Okay. And a date for tomorrow.
and a date for tomorrow. All right, so what's next? What are you guys doing? Heading back to the ship? I don't know.
I think so, yeah, we gotta get all the supplies back.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Do
let's
we
get back
want
to
to
the
go
ship.
watch Magmar's fight tonight?
Let's get back to the
Yeah.
ship. Let's move the ship into here and then go watch Magmar's fight.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is a fucking plan.
Yes.
All right. So perfect enough. You guys start heading back the way you came. Everybody, well, let's see. Hold on. Let's do it fair. Who has a passive perception above an 18?
19.
20.
Okay.
Jeez.
You notice that you are, maybe you're just being paranoid, but you could swear that there's a group of three individuals who, like, when you walked and turned left to go over the bridge, like these guys all got up at the same time and are now walking as a group, like behind you. And they have been they thought they were doing a good job of like hide behind other people, but like you look back and you're like, oh, that's a tail. And it looks like it is a drow, a half orc, and a earth ganassi. But they're about like 100 feet, and the drow is center stage, being flanked by like left and right. And when you guys look back, you can see that he does not make any shyness about just staring you guys both in the eyes.
I think I'm a horse right now, right? Am I carrying all the stuff back?
Are you? All right. Well,
um, so we're being tailed, and I would normally just take care of this, but they look big. Sheila, you want to?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, Sheila, just stand right in front of him and just tell him to fuck off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you? I mean, unless you want, unless you're looking for some fun, why don't you three just keep going to the ship, and Sheila and I will take care of this.
Is this like a crowded area?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people walking around all over the place.
Could just ask them what they want.
Well, I mean, like the gap is closing. They're about like 80 feet away now. I mean, it's not a bad idea that they don't look like they have weapons.
That's worse.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
probably. And as you guys start to like slow down and keep looking back to check, eventually the drow just goes, "Hello, please stop. I have message."
You have a message from who?
And as these two guys step forward, he does like the big guy thing where he places his hands kind of cool. You can see there's rings all over his knuckles. He's got scars on his face. He goes, "The mouth would like to invite you to drinks and conversation at his Black Rock box at the arena right now."
The mouth?
And yeah, the mouth. And he rustles behind. He goes, "As a token of his appreciation and in the hopes to entice you to come," he just takes the bag and throws it at you, Zilch, and it is a fat sack that hits your hand. "Please allow us to escort you now."
Was horse entry gonna do it?
uh, do we have any idea what the mouth is?
Mouth is like, I think he's like a gangster.
Oh, perfect.
Still, she just threw money at you. Do you care?
Oh,
Could you please come? The mouth's time is very valuable.
So like, let's go.
all right. Fuck it.
Thank you. Follow me. And they are going to like just in lockstep flank, like walk with you guys, one in the front, and then two kind of like flank either side of you guys as they are just like looking around, scanning. Uh, Anybody who's anybody who can see the back of the guy in the front's neck, it looks like there is just a like weird sort of like tribal marking that almost looks like it's a piece of script, but it's been like broken and there's two lines written across it and like a huge dot. It looks like almost like a brand or like a mark or like a maker's mark, but it's been tattooed right on his back in this white ink. Um, and you guys bring you back to the Red Rock Coliseum. He looks at the front entrance and just go, and they take a hard right as they go to like the back alley where a access door opens before they even get there. And you see that there are two more individuals who are sitting at the entrance. And it is a long, dark hallway that has just these dim torch lights and red carpet underneath. You guys walk with them. Carpet, turns in like not turns, but like you notice that the carpet starts to have these intricate woven patterns in it. The wallpaper starts to like is of the similar design, but you get to the entrance of like this white wall with a black door, and in like it's got this really nice chandelier that's hanging out in front of it, and it's got all this like rough cut rock that's around it, and the door is marked number 3 with this gold, like like something that gets like bolted to it. And they go, "This is the mouth. Please be respectful." And opens the door, and enter to a luxurious skybox with 3 different like red leather and like red velvet chairs that sit around a ring that in front of like a half dome, full glass on the back wall. There's tables in between the chairs. Looks like there's fine like silverware and cups and all sorts of different like like plates of like, and look, there's food all over the place. And uh sitting, you can see, because he must be sitting cross-legged, you can see the shoe being like out from the left side. And as you guys enter the room, it is lined with goons. Like, except for the glass, there is like a goon every 5 feet basically, and like they get like progressively bigger than the next.
Am I outside or I'm still a horse?
Did you want to transform not in a horse as they walk in?
Not really.
Let's go back. What do you do with horse? You want tie up? Okay, we leave.
I don't know to do all the stuff. I got all the goods.
Is there a safe place to leave them? Can we like drop them anywhere?
Look, you'll bring inside. You can leave inside, closed door, no problem.
All right. Well, I guess we probably shouldn't leave Etrian outside and playing tied up as a horse.
You mean horse? He's just horse. He just.
Is the door open? Can I just like walk inside and turn back into me and drop all the luggage?
Yeah, like you're doing this as the door was still open, so you can drop all of the stuff inside that little area you walked into. So that
I was
it's
just
not...
imagining that scene with like all of us and then a horse just standing there in front of all the goons.
Just like, there's a slump pan of all the suitcases, and then it's just actually
just a horse.
Like in a Knight's Tale when he's walking through the castle on his horse, or the church on his horse.
So as you walk in, and you can kind of like see that it is as luxurious as it is packed with goons. You hear a like slithering voice. And this two hands appear from like either end of the chair, one holding a glass of brandy, the other one holding nothing. He goes, the party responsible for removing the crowns of a few false kings. Come, come. And then he puts his hand down and stands up, and turning around, I forgot to add the picture of him, but hold on, of what the mouth looks like. Shoot, where is he?
Did you guys take down a king?
So that's the mouth.
Nice.
Ignore that part. There it goes. That's the mouth.
Cool.
He is looks like he is a normal human. Black slicked back hair. What's interesting about his face is that it is completely covered by a like platinum, like, no, it's not platinum. Let's make it gold plated like mask that basically is like, if you've ever seen like a prosthetic that they try to put to make sure that like someone looks like they have a face, like it basically covers from here all the way down to here, all the way to his jaw. And he picks up his cane that was between his legs, and he has his glass of scotch, and he goes, I have heard so much about you already. I feel like I already know you. Please come, enjoy, have some of my, would you like to drink? Would you like to smoke? Would you like to eat? Please. Allow me to
start grabbing food and alcohol.
Zilch pulls out his Excalibur.
Sorry, I see this is weird. I should introduce myself. My friends call me Mr. Grayson, but you can call me simply by Mouth, or Sir, whatever you prefer. For that is all that I am in this great wheel of ours. I represent a man known as Lord Empress. He is the master of whispers, the great eye in the sky that sees all. But most importantly, in this instance, he is my superior, and he trusts me to find individuals who might help benefit our organization. So,
What's your organization? Like spy or crime or?
we do a little bit of everything. I promise you nothing as lowbrow as pickpocketing, but lucrative nonetheless. Uh, so I cut right to the chase. I I heard about your little delivery to the guards the other week, and I'm genuinely impressed that you were able to find such a luxury these days. Where is it that you found such a thing?
Talking about the supplies?
I'm talking about the food that you deliver. Where did you come about it?
I don't think there's any left. Didn't we already turn them all in?
I know. You turned it into the guard. Mars was very happy that day.
I feel like an inside check. Do I feel like I can tell this guy what's going on? Or do I have a choice? Like, if is it going to turn bad if I don't just tell this guy everything?
Go ahead. What are you trying to do?
Like a like, is he not really like a bad guy, like a criminal? Like he's just out to make money and stuff and not kill everybody, or is he in here trying to intimidate us with all of his goons on the walls? I mean, I feel like he's in here trying to intimidate us into telling us, and I don't want to cooperate with him.
So it seems that the cat's got your tongue. I'll just lay it out for you. It's not just the sunbathers who are hurting. It's us down here as well.
To be fair, we didn't know that this existed when we pulled up.
It's fine. It's not your fault. The only thing I'm asking is that my employer would pay you handsomely if the next time you found a shipment like this, you brought it to us.
You specifically, or like this Fotenios?
My organization.
What is your organization going to do with it?
Get it to the people who need it.
Would that be you and rich friends, or would that be the people in the Undercity here?
A little bit of both.
At least you're honest, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he has no reason not to be.
Looks like we found a smart one. So, how does 3,000 gold a box sound?
It sounds like a whole lot of money.
In your pocket on that ship that you came in with the tree, I believe.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask the Raiders about. No, that's just a mess. Don't worry about that. I'm a druid. We just kind of styled it nice.
God, that is kind of embarrassing that we have a ship with a tree on it. Like, is that gaudy? Like,
No, I think it's tact. No.
no. I want to know what Mr. Mouth thinks. Is it like too gaudy?
It's out of place. And then
It's
he
been pretty useful so far.
Says
then-
the guy wearing a mask.
So then he turns his back to you, and he goes up to the window and looks down, and you can hear the roar of the Colosseum below. Because as you you look to where he's walking, there's this little like glass overhang where you can get like a full view and look down if you so choose. But he just sits there and kind of swirls his drink for a little bit, and you watch him like you didn't notice it before, but there's a little hole in the glass where he just tips his glass into it and then wipes it off, and you can just see a little bit of like dribble, like a little bit of moisture seep out from like underneath. He just wipes it nervously.
Now, what were you saying about the false kings?
That is what I like to call the P-Town Kings, because they are nothing but rats.
Oh, you don't
Me.
like them?
No, I thought what you did in Lowtown was fantastic.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that's good. Okay, I had like a weird suspicion that you might be talking about something else, and like then it would have been weird, and we would be in a very weird, awkward situation here, and I don't want to be in an awkward situation at all. So this works out well.
Yes. Well, don't worry about that here. That is why I paid you. You cleaned up some filth. I made it worth your while.
Oh,
And I think
this. Okay. I
I
Yep,
think that's right.
yep, got it.
Ah, smart man. So, can I trust that we have a deal?
Your offer has been heard.
I mean, like speaking as the captain, I would say that that's a pretty good fucking deal.
Yeah, I know. We have heard the offer. Let's not commit to anything.
But we'd like to sleep on it if we, so choose, because
There's a lot of other people in the crew we got to discuss it with.
yeah, if you probably already know this a little deep. So there's a lot of mouths that need to go and talk this out. So if you don't mind, mouth man, sorry if that was offensive, but can we just sleep on it? And he just sits there and kind of like gives everybody a quick low once over. Zilch, roll a. Hold on, I have to look at the spell. Okay, roll a wisdom save, please.
Okay. 20.
You barely make it. But as his eyes start to glaze over, you can just feel his stops for a second, and you just feel it's like something creeping. It's like something crawling into the back of your spine. Like you can feel it itch a little bit and like starts to squirm, and you just like you twitch your neck a little bit and you save, and then it just goes away and dissipates, and then his eyes continue on.
What was that? What you doing?
Excuse me?
No, I mean, what were you doing just then?
I am trying to know my friends. And sometimes friends, for whatever reason, lie. And I would not like no friends that I have to lie to me.
You could just ask.
Well, Sai, in my line of work, asking doesn't always get me the right answer or the true answer.
I mean, if you just told me you were going to do that, I could have let you do it.
Look, I appreciate that you're saying, but if you will allow me to.
Yeah, see, I don't like people in my head when I don't give them permission to be in my head. It's a thing. It's a complex. Long story. Don't worry about it.
Roll a per. I will give you, persuasion. That makes more sense.
Yep. 23.
I can respect. I was just trying to see if there was any malicious thoughts. Because I see a good business deal right in front of me, and I'm not trying to fuck it up just as much as you probably are not.
Well, I mean, if you've been following, or your people, your fine gentlemen here have been following us for a while, I presume. So you should know that no malicious thoughts are going to be happening unless somebody starts something with us. Has that not been the case?
He's going to roll a history check if you can remember. Another good point. So, no malice here, no malice there. No?
As far as I can see.
Well, then we have a deal. And as a token of, let's call it trust, your friend said something about my mask. It is not something that I wear to look a certain way. And he goes and he unclips the side of it, and as like, you know, just this steam erupts, you can see that it looks like at one point, or maybe early on in his like embryo development, he had a cleft lip, but it like it just like grew way out of hand, and it looks like it is like curled in. His teeth are all malformed. His mouth is like half the size of what it should be, like cocked to the left. It is extremely malformed, and his tongue kind of flops out a little bit and then flops in, and then he puts it back. That is who I am.
Everyone's made different, man. No shame. No judgment.
I just wear it for other people. My appearance sometimes seems to offend people.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm sure you do. So, if that is all, I invite you to watch the rest of this match. Enjoy my fine whiskey, my fine food, and we'll be in touch afterwards.
While we do absolutely 1000% appreciate the hospitality, we do have a delivery to make, and we probably should do that because we're going to another fight topside tonight, and you know, kind of on a timeline here. But thank you.
Who? Where do you need to go topside? Who's Oh,
Magmar versus who's the asshole that spray painted our ship?
Dwarf.
Jerry.
Yes. Who? Tell your friend that the mouth is putting 10,000 gold on him.
Wow. I will let him know.
And I hope you also understand that. I also don't like to be disappointed.
Did you bet on Sheila last time?
No, I unfortunately I was away on business, but if I sing her in the ring next, I will.
Yeah, probably a good call.
And he looks at you, Sheila, and if you're ever needing of extra coin, I would love to have you come work for me.
Well, I'm always open for business.
Of course. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He chuckles, and well, if that is all, and he just like just sips another. Pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. Etrian, can you do the horse thing again?
Yeah, all right. And then turn into a horse.
Oh, please do not wait. Do you actually do the horse?
No, I wouldn't do it myself. I was thinking about it, but I don't know if I can get to the door. Does it look like I can get out the door if I turn into a horse?
I mean, yeah, if you squeeze.
I don't want to get stuck.
I was more just asking if you could. I didn't mean do it now.
Do you
Uh,
walk and shit like a horse too? Like how
I'm a
Like, you
horse.
turn
I'm
around in his
100% a
office.
horse.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so yeah, please take stuff and we be in touch with you.
I'm,
And if
I'm sure you will. Oh, okay.
good day, please go. No, no crowds behind.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye.
You
So
load it back up then.
you guys probably turn back into a horse, put all the stuff back on it, and then make your way back down to the ship. I will say that we will wrap up this session with you guys getting onto the ship. Like there is like 2 hours left before Magmore's big fight. Magmore's already gone. He's already left. He's trying to like. He said he was going off to do something. Who knows? But you guys can move the ship closer into. You guys want to move over here on the left side near the.
Yeah,
west.
we down here.
Yeah, that probably
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Okay, cool. So that is going to be around 10 gold per day, which is not
So much cheaper.
so much cheaper. But so Heavy Neck is happy, and you guys will pick up next time with
How much was in that pouch?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
how much?
I believe I don't want to say it 500 gold pieces.
All right. I'll just hold on to this.
Oh, will you?
Until we get back to the ship, I'll just hold on to it. It's fine.
Yeah, until we get back to the ship. Perfect. So you guys can park the ship, and then we can figure out what happens in Magmore's fight tomorrow. Same time, same place, new DM, which is JT. So hopefully see all you beauties there.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys. Stay safe.
Good night.
Night.
Bye everyone.